following is a paid program presented by Jersey Sports Zone and RWJ Barnabas Health. Coming up,
That's for you, Jersey Sports Zone.
another week of New Jersey's best, giving us great moments on the field. Delbarton Lacrosse looks to have the best week ever. After beating the #1 team in the country, the Green Wave square off with Seton Hall Prep in a 1-versus-2 matchup. The Chatham girls turn heads around the state with a breakthrough win against Summit. DePaul Catholic's Jason Amalbert brings the heat on a cold day in Montvale.
I mean, I do it for all my brothers. We say saying, Fam B, for all my brothers, you know. We do it for each other.
Plus, Jay Cook tells us about the comeback story of a Don Bosco state champion who returns to the mound after Tommy John surgery. Get yourself in the right frame of mind. Here comes another great week of New Jersey high school sports. Jersey Sports Zone TV starts now.
Jersey Sports Zone! Jersey Sports Zone!
Welcome to another edition of Jersey Sports Zone TV, presented by RWJ Barnabas Health. I'm Rich Krampanis. The weather all week long in New Jersey, cold and miserable. The highlights you're about to see from around the state, the exact opposite. Great job by our team braving the elements. Jay Cook at the top of that list. He gets this week's show started at Delbarton.
Thanks, Rich. We're here in Morristown. This is one of the biggest boys lacrosse games so far of the 2025 season. Delbarton is coming off a monumental win against the #1 team in the country, St. Anthony's of New York, earlier this week, and they follow it up with a massive rivalry showdown against Seton Hall Prep. We're scoreless up until the final 75 seconds of the first when Pierce Bolger curls and scores. Delbarton gets on the board with a 1-0 lead. Gavin Romweber makes it 2-0 Delbarton less than a minute later. The Green Wave closed the first with a jolt of energy. What a week Alex Schobel is having. He had the game winner against St. Anthony and another goal here Saturday. Delbarton bumps the lead up to 4-0 in the second. Peter Falk buried a pair of goals here in the second as well. They call him the big ticket, and it's now a 5-0 Green Wave advantage. The Pirates settle in near the end of the first half. Nolan Sable gets an open look and delivers. Seton Hall scores twice in the final 2 minutes. It's a 5-2 game. Sable has Pirate Nation fired up with that goal. So here's the ensuing faceoff. That's a false start on the Pirates. There's just 1.8 seconds left on the clock. Will Pedicano comes on, and he nails the shot from 45 yards out. Wow! Pedicano was just named an All-American earlier this week, and that goal is absurd. Pedicano powers Delbarton to a 6-2 lead at the halftime break. Delbarton outscored Seton Hall Prep 2-1 in the third quarter. Jared Bawden dodges and scores right there. The Green Wave headed to the fourth up by 5. It's 8-3. The Pirates are going to produce some offense in the fourth. Clark Rich goes up top and cashes in. Then, 21 seconds later, it's Nolan Sable. He's got a hat trick. In the blink of an eye, it's a 3-goal game with 7.5 minutes to go. However, Delbarton's defense holds down the fort for the remainder of this game, and in a big-time rivalry matchup, they capture the win. 8-5 is your final. Tanner Shimko made 9 saves to cap off a beautiful defensive effort. The Green Wave cement the #1 ranking in New Jersey after a spectacular week.
You know, we're just focusing on the next game, the next practice. We have a great group of guys this year, offensively, defensively, in net, taking the faceoffs, and we have the best players in the state pushing each other in practice every single day, and coaches by our sides guiding us through it all.
We're in Morris County for a major midweek girls lacrosse showdown. Summit and Chatham share a border, and they also share a pretty spirited rivalry. The Cougars and Hilltoppers are both top 5 teams right now in New Jersey. Chatham strikes first right out of the gate. That's Grace Hallahan, who converts from the free position. But here comes Summit roaring right back. Parker Febo nails this one from point-blank range. Then Febo gets a great feed from Sloan Rakuti. The Hilltoppers close the first quarter in front with a 2-1 lead. Chatham buckles down in the second quarter, and watch this play. Hallahan flips it up for Peyton First. This is a first-class goal. Peyton First beats the goalie down low, and we've got a tie game. The Cougars use a little razzle-dazzle to draw even. First's big-time shot has us tied at 2 at the break. Third quarter now, Chatham keeps its foot on the gas. Grace Hallahan gets loose and scores. The Cougars retake the lead 3-2 early here after intermission. This is a stellar third quarter from the Cougars. Grace Hallahan have a day. That's her third goal and 5th point. Chatham scores 4 unanswered to take a wide 5-2 lead into the fourth. Do the Hilltoppers have a comeback at the ready? Molly Davies hits a 360 to score. 7 minutes, 30 seconds remain in regulation, and Summit trails 5-3. But that would be Summit's last shot of the game. Chatham is able to burn almost 7 minutes of clock as time winds down, and the Cougars celebrate their first win against Summit since 2019. 5-3 is your final. Chatham is also the first in-state public school to beat Summit since 2021.
And we knew, like, the Summit game, it's always a huge rivalry. It's a huge game. It's a high-intense game, aggressive, and we just knew what we were coming into. And we knew, like, for the first time since, I think, like, 2019, that we've won. We really knew this could be the day. We felt it, and I really thought we brought that to the field. One of the most unselfish games we've ever played, and I really just feel like we worked together really well, and I think it really translated because from the very first whistle, we were ready to play.
Time to take a break. When we come back, we head to the Diamond. DePaul Catholic has some big-time baseball prospects. We'll show you the Spartans bringing the heat on a cold day in Montvale.
No one plans on heart disease, but everyone should have a plan for it. We help patients of all lifestyles and medical histories plan for healthy hearts. We offer convenient screenings without judgment, hundreds of preventive programs, and women's heart specialists. And we're the largest cardiac surgery program in New Jersey. Make plans for a healthy heart with RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy together.
Dream big, they say. We say dream bigger. Over 3 million square feet of bigger, so you can plunge deeper, play in the snow longer, wonder greater, pose with your friends sillier, shop with your family happier, make every meal tastier, and float higher than ever. Whatever your dream is, come live it big time at American Dream.
ACI Medical and Dental School in Eatontown is celebrating 20 years of new beginnings and 20 years of new careers. Start your new career as a medical or dental assistant in less than 4 months. From a talented faculty and staff to state-of-the-art equipment and training, ACI's medical and dental training programs are designed to help students succeed. Registration is open for day and evening classes. Visit aci.edu to begin your healthcare journey. Welcome back to the show. We had so many games wiped out due to the weather on the Diamond, but Jay Cook was able to get some action up north in the middle of the week, featuring some top prospects from the state.
Red-hot DePaul Catholic heads into their first major test of the 2025 season. The 3-0 Spartans go to the top of the hill at St. Joe's to face the Green Knights. These two teams split the series last spring. Jason Albert got things going for DePaul. That's some serious exit velo on the leadoff single. The Spartans are in business early. Then Jaden Marte brings Albert in with a hot shot down the line. DePaul plates another in the top of the first. They're up 2-0 right away. Marte is fired up on second base. Albert got the start on Tuesday, and early on we could tell this was going to be a special day. He strikes out the side in the bottom of the first. Albert was masterful through 3 innings. He strikes out 3 more in the third. The chilly temperatures don't matter. That's 8 strikeouts so far. Top 5, here comes the Spartans offense. After a balk makes it 3-0, Derek Brand catches a barrel deep to right field. He's going to hustle in for a stand-up RBI double. DePaul Catholic pads the lead to make it 4-0. Jason Albert comes back out for the 5th inning to finish off a career day on the mound. 5 shutout innings, no hits, 2 walks, and a career-high 13 punch-outs. He was phenomenal. DePaul still leads by 4 with 2 innings to go. Bottom 6 now. St. Joe's is knocking on the door. It's a 4-1 game, but the bases are loaded with 2 outs. And coming up to bat is 6'6" Brady Shust. He hit 5 homers last season. This is a giant spot for Angelo Bellizzi, and he's going to get Shust swinging. Liam Riley makes a superb throw to first, and DePaul Catholic gets out of the jam. Derek Brand tacks on another insurance run now in the top of the 7th. He went 3 for 3 with a pair of ribbies on the day. 5-1 is your final. Jason Albert had a special day on the mound. He stole the show as DePaul Catholic improves to 4-0.
Yeah, I mean, it was cold outside, you know. I just knew I had to go out there and be myself and show out for the people, you know. I mean, I do it for all my brothers. We saying Fan B, for all my brothers, you know. We do it for each other.
Don Bosco is out to a roaring start this spring. The Ironmen take a 3-0 record and a 32-3 run differential into a home tilt with their rival 2-1 Bergen Catholic. Ethan Lee got the start for the Ironmen. He's in a groove early. Lee, the junior Virginia Tech commit, takes care of business. He's up to 4 punch-outs through 2 innings. Bosco heads back in for the bottom of the 2nd. Bottom 3 now. Judson Sarza led off the inning with a walk. He works all the way around to score on a wild pitch. Heads up base running for the junior 3rd baseman makes it 3-0 here. Now there's 2 men on for Dennis Mulhern, and he's going to clear the bases with a shot up the middle. Mulhern with a timely hit. That's a 2-run single as Don Bosco bumps the lead up to 5-0. The Ironmen keep the train moving. Michael Hanna slaps one past short, and that clears the bases. It's good for a 2-run stand-up double. Hanna is there at 2nd base, but he's eventually going to work his way over to 3rd base for the next man up. That's Nick Becker. He's going to crack one. Becker turns on the wheels. He races in safe for an RBI double. Don Bosco plates 6 in the 3rd to build up an 8-0 lead. Bergen Catholic finally gets to Lee in the top of the 4th. Tyler Yu turns on one. That goes all the way to the warning track. Yu with an RBI triple here. He scores later in the inning, so the Crusaders cut it down to 8-2. Judson Sarza pitched a scoreless 6th inning. Nick Gilpin pitched a scoreless 7th inning. And Don Bosco will drop Bergen Catholic. 8-2 is the final. That is Bosco's 5th consecutive win over the Crusaders. They've controlled this rivalry on the diamond as of late.
I mean, just coming out here, producing runs, you know, staying to our approach, and we just took it to them, you know. It feels amazing. I mean, 1 through 9, when our team produces, I don't know of a team in New Jersey that can beat us.
Time for another break. When we come back, we revisit Don Bosco baseball. It's been a long road for Dylan Henshaw, but the Ironman pitcher is back after Tommy John surgery. Jay Cook has that story. You're watching Jersey Sports Zone TV, presented by RWJ Barnabas Health.
If you have chronic joint or back pain, this is probably where you spend your time. Might we suggest a better destination that's close to home? RWJ Barnabas Health, where orthopedic surgeons designed the surgical implants that are now used around the world, and where you'll be cared for by the same doctors that treat professional athletes and rising stars. Get back to what you've been missing. Orthopedic care. Do it right. Here, RWJ Barnabas Health.
Buffalo Wild Wings Monday through Thursday BOGO deals are totally making it rain burgers and wings. I'm walking around, mouth open, just, BOGO burger, BOGO traditional wings, BOGO boneless. I love the rain.
Buffalo Wild Wings has teamed up with Jersey Sports Zone to honor high school athletes across the state with gift cards. We'll have Buffalo Wild Wings Player of the Game interviews all year long. Visit Buffalo Wild Wings locations in North Brunswick, Bridgewater, West Windsor, Flemington, Brick, and Toms River.
When the cost of healthcare depends on how many procedures or tests are performed, we end up with more care, not necessarily better care. But when we partner with New Jersey doctors and hospitals to tie what we pay for healthcare to the results doctors and hospitals deliver for our members, we help drive better quality care that lowers costs for patients. Because all of us in healthcare have a responsibility to lower costs so our members have access to the right care at a fair price.
The baseball gods giveth, and they also taketh away. That's just how it goes sometimes. 2 years ago, Dylan Henshaw was on top of the world at Don Bosco Prep. The sophomore righty was a budding young ace on Mike Rooney's pitching staff. Henshaw had earned so much trust, he was handed the ball in a safe situation to close out the non-public A state championship. That was a game the Ironmen won 4-1 back in 2023. But before this week, that was the last high school game that Dylan Henshaw pitched in.
It felt so surreal. I mean, like, knowing some people don't come back from this surgery is just very surreal moment.
That surgery was Tommy John surgery. Henshaw was one of the thousands of young baseball players around the country to get a full UCL repair before graduating high school. A return to the diamond was not guaranteed.
I remember the strikeout that won us the state championship, and then all of a sudden, it's 2 years later, so the amount of work that goes into getting back from obviously a surgery like that, it's extensive.
But that return came to fruition earlier this week. In his first appearance in 22 months, the Stony Brook commit came out of the bullpen and struck out 3 batters in a scoreless inning of relief to help beat rival Bergen Catholic. A long journey with plenty of rehab and maybe even some doubt has brought him back to the diamond for good.
It's an incredibly proud moment for anyone associated with Dylan. I hope that he's as proud of himself as we are of him for just crossing that hurdle, so to speak, and just now thinking about competing and getting back to his old self.
Oh my God, I'm so thankful. Thankful to God, you know. And I'm very lucky to have teammates that are always there for me. It's amazing. Even Coach Rooney is just amazing.
And while Henshaw was pitching on Wednesday, one of his teammates was just beginning the road to recovery from Tommy John surgery. Seton Hall commit Jason Kuhn suffered a UCL injury earlier this year, and he will miss the entire 2025 baseball season. Kuhn was unbelievable last year. He made 10 starts, struck out 62 batters in 42 1/3 innings, all while twirling a 0.32 earned run average. There's no denying his absence is a huge loss for the Ironmen.
You know, it sucks. I wish I had a better word for it. It's a punch in the gut for the program, because that's what he means so much. It's freshmen all the way through to the varsity level that he's a role model for.
But if Don Bosco can battle back to the non-public A final, and if Dylan Henshaw gets the call for the save, he knows he'll be doing it with Jason Kuhn in mind.
We're definitely going to win the state championship for him this year. That's what we're going to do. And we love him. You know, he helped out so much these past last year. He was our ace. He was amazing. And we're going to do it for this year for him.
From Ramsey, I'm Jay Cook, JerseySportsZone.com.
Time for one more break. Flag football and girls lacrosse take their place in JSE's top 10 plays of the week. Will they get the #1 spot? Find out next.
You don't need to miss any of the action in New Jersey high school sports. Follow Jersey Sports Zone right now on our various social media pages or on our YouTube channel. You can even download our app for free today. available in the Apple and Google Play app stores. Fresh content is posted every single day on JerseySportsZone.com. Don't miss any of the action as it comes from our cameras right to you.
You're there for them. We're here for you. Get back the life you love.
We go into the JSZ archives for a blast from the past, brought to you by Princeton Orthopedic Associates.
Hey everyone, I'm James Mooney. Megha Ganne finished tied for 7th at the Augusta National Women's Amateur last weekend. Back in 2019, Rich Crampanis profiled the former Homedale standout before her debut at the Women's U.S. Open.
Hitting long off the tee and firing at pins with her iron play, Ganne is already used to playing at high-profile events. She's teed it up at the famed Augusta National in the drive, putt, and chip competition. And now there's the opportunity to play alongside some of golf's biggest names.
So I actually signed up to play practice round with Lexi Thompson, and she's been my role model since I was young. I think she's a great player. I'm also playing with Paula Kramer.
A 15-year-old in a golf major is a true rarity. And for Megha Ganne, it's going to be quite a first. But it certainly won't be her last time playing at the top level of women's golf. Blast from the Past is brought to you by Princeton Orthopedic Associates, a proud partner with Jersey Sports Zone for the past 8 years.
It's really nice to be in a situation, in a place where there are very good people who take good care of people.
Orthopedics is it's not about saving lives, it's about saving quality of life.
A lot of people, we live high stress lives, so if you tell someone they can't do something for whatever reason, that's pretty traumatic.
I really take pride in trying to be empathetic and trying to put myself in every patient's shoes.
I want to take care of people like I'd want to take care of my family, and I think that when you do that and give somebody that family feeling and give them your honest opinion for what you would do, they value that.
Hey, welcome back to the show one final time this week. We had an incredible week of highlights from around the state, especially on the girls' side. Really some fantastic action that showed up in this week's JSZ Top 10 Plays. So let's take a look and find out who's at the top of the list. Number 10.
Late in the first half, Brick Memorial quarterback Ariana Lahara goes to the air. She drops a dime to Giselle Lazardi for a Mustangs touchdown. Beautiful throw and great yards after the catch. A 36-yard scoring play. That's the second TD pass for Lahara and second TD catch for Lazardi. What a combination. Brick Memorial jumps out to a 12-0 lead.
Number 9. Chatham buckles down in the second quarter, and watch this play. Hallahan flips it up for Peyton First. This is a first-class goal. Peyton First beats the goalie down low, and we've got a tie game. The Cougars use a little razzle-dazzle to draw even. First's big-time shot has us tied at 2 at the break. Number 8. The Spartans' defense and special teams took this game over. Have yourself a day, Gabriela Barrios. The Seton Hall soccer commit takes this one to the house. That's a 30-yard pick six. That is Barrios' third interception and second house call of the season. She is a defender by nature, and this play cements that. DePaul Catholic leads 12-0 with 6 minutes to go. Number 7.
Barnegat with a 2-0 lead at the end of one. Second quarter, Jacob Jason with the spinorama. What a beautiful finish for an awesome Bengals goal. Jacob Jason with a dazzling display. We've got to slow it down and take another look. Jason is set to play college lacrosse at Dominican. Barnegat takes a 3-0 lead.
Number 6. On the very next play, Hunterdon Central goes back to the ground game, and Angelina Tenor is running wild. She outraces the entire defense with a 50-plus yard touchdown run, and then hits the Erling Holland celly to boot. The varsity soccer player extends Hunterdon Central's lead to 21-0. Number 5.
The Colts had gone over 18 minutes without scoring, but Danny Verone flips the script. The freshman lets it rip for the win! Verone in double overtime, and the celebration is on! Danny Verone gives CBA the win over their lax rival. 6-5 is your final in double overtime.
It's great to step up into that position and make sure that you deliver.
Number 4.
Manalapan gets on the board with a highlight reel of their own. Matt Avivi scoops up the ground ball. He goes over the shoulder to get the Braves on the board in style.
That's for you, Jersey Sports Zone.
Thanks for the shout out, Matt. Avivi with 39 goals a year ago. He's already at 10 goals just 4 games into the season. We've got a 4-1 game.
Number 3. So here's the ensuing face-off. That's a false start on the Pirates. There's just 1.8 seconds left on the clock. Will Pedicano comes on, and he nails the shot from 45 yards out. Wow! Pedicano was just named an All-American earlier this week, and that goal is absurd. Pedicano powers Delbarton to a 6-2 lead at the halftime break. Number 2.
Check this out later in the 4th. Tatum Woods gets the feed and goes behind the back for an incredible goal. We have to take another look. The Maryland commit with her second of the day, and it's an absolute beauty.
And the number 1 play of the week. We're in double overtime now. Gavin Romweber with the feed to Alex Schobel, whose pinpoint shot is on the money for the win. Schobel gives the Green Wave a double overtime victory against the number 1 team in the country. Let's take one more look. Schobel's second of the game gives Delbarton a 12-11 thriller over St. Anthony's of New York. The Green Wave make national headlines in Morristown.
For our team at Jersey Sports Zone, I'm Rich Krampanis. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you here next week for another great edition of New Jersey High School Sports on Jersey Sports Zone TV.
Whatever your cancer journey, there's one place in New Jersey where our discoveries become your care. You'll have access to advanced treatments, including clinical trials, thanks to our renowned scientists and multidisciplinary teams at New Jersey's only NCI-designated comprehensive cancer center, the one world-class cancer program that's close to home. RWJ Barnabas Health and Rutgers Cancer Institute. Let's beat cancer together.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
The preceding is a paid program presented by Jersey Sports Zone and RWJ Barnabas Health.